Luke 11. Hero. How are you, hero? Doll patted me on the back as I sat hugging my knees, trembling on the bed. I told the terrifying story before the afternoon shift last night in my room after Doll woke up in the morning. You're too nosy. Why don't you back me up? I turned to look at Doll and saw a smile on the face of my boyfriend. Why are you smiling? Did you like that I've been harassed? Nope. It was funny when I thought about it. Doll stood up and did some lazy stretches. He grabbed your butt completely? Yes. I raised my hands to cover my face. We have known each other for so long. I just knew he was a person like this. Well, just imagine my face harassing you instead of Dr. Singh, so that you will be at ease. No, Nong To, this kind of thing isn't funny. Think of the mental state of the person who's been harassed. I said with a stiff voice that made Tall stun. Sorry, it was not funny, he mumbled. I raised my hand to pat his head affectionately. My little boy is growing up. I'm glad that he's open minded and willing to learn about many issues. Tall made a face as if he had remembered something. Zebra hasn't eaten yet. Tall got up and poured the cat food for Zebra. It looks like these two cats get along well. Zebra walked over and rubbed his face with Doll's legs. It seems that he loves Doll more than me now. Oh, Pitin, Doll turned to me. I talked to Mom last night. I heard your mom wasn't okay with us, right? I was stunned a little before nodding. I thought I wouldn't let Doll know. Aunt Pang probably called him. Yes, my mom doesn't really like things like this, but my dad doesn't mind. Have you talked to your mom? Tall picked up the cat's hug. I haven't talked to her directly. I have to wait for my mom to calm down first. I sighed loudly. But you don't have to worry about my mom. I'll take care of it myself. Tall walked over and sat next to me with Zebra. I like to use this method when my mom is angry if you don't know how to talk to your mother. Then try to find other things that make your mother feel good. Follow what your mother used to say, what she wants you to do. And at that time, I wanted to ask my mom to travel abroad alone, but my mom was angry, so I had to wear some funny suit that she bought me a long time ago, but I never thought to wear. I dressed in that suit and went to a party so that my mom would be in a good mood. After that, I can ask my mom to go on a trip. What does she want me to do? I thought for a long time. Yes, there's one thing I've never done. Even my mom encouraged me to use it every time I called her. Wanta ka chorake. What? Tal frowned. The previous loop. You got things from me that I claimed to be a gift from my mother. It's a jar of aloe vera cream. Do you still have it? Tal tried to think for a long time. Oh, that you gave me back then, is it cream? Answering like this means you haven't opened it at all, right? Yeah, my mother really wanted me to use that cream. If she knows I used it, she would be happy. I probably left it in the dorm. I'll go back and find it for you. Let's do it like this. Video call and use it so that your mother will see. Finally, I'll have to lose to the aloe vera cream, right? Even though it is given to Tall, it still haunts me. I felt really frustrated. Okay, thank you so much. The evening after I was on duty in the morning, Tall and I decided to move to a dormitory near the university. Tall rode a bicycle to pick me up in the emergency room, which caused a lot of excitement among triage nurses. Tall brought me up to his room. The dormitory bedroom doesn't look any different from any other student dormitory. Things were out of place, just like my room. Tall and I both have the same laziness and low housewife skills, but because Tall has more time, he helped me clean my room from time to time and go out to buy things regularly. Tall walked straight to the dressing table and opened the drawer. It should be this bag. Tall took out a paper bag. I remembered immediately that the bag was mine. I walked to and opened it. The aloe vera cream still looks brand new, as if it just came out of the factory. Then I took a deep breath. I'm calling my mom. Tal nodded and left to put the bag on the bed. I peeled off the plastic covering outside the jar. I opened the lid and lifted it up to smell. It smells pleasant. I sat on the chair in front of the mirror and made a call to my mom. My mom's face appeared on the screen, her face scrunched up. Why did you call? I smiled at her widely. Because I missed you so much. How are you doing? Not good, Mom replied shortly. I still tried to smile back. Well, I used the cream you sent. I held up the open jar and showed my mom, bent down to sniff and made a cheerful face. I didn't know it would smell this good. I used it for a couple of days now. My face is so much softer. If I knew this, I would have used it long ago. Give me some more, Mom. I saw Doll holding his laugh. Mom's brows were frowned upon and now slightly loosened. I sent it a long time ago. Why just use it? Because I immediately went straight to the point. I'm afraid that I won't be as handsome as Nong. Nong? My mom raised her eyebrows. Oh, Mom, actually, I put on the cream on the table and spoke with a more serious face. I haven't talked to you in person because I'm afraid you'll get hurt. But with this, all I can say is I'm sorry. I put my phone against the mirror and raised my hand. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm wrong, but what I did, I want you to understand. I love Nongtal very much. It's already been determined. I couldn't resist. You can scold me whatever you want. I won't get angry at all, but I promise, besides dating a man, I would never let our family down. I'll be a good person, a good doctor, and have a moral. Be a doctor who makes you too proud of your son. My mom was silent. I couldn't tell what she was thinking. I saw her turn around for a moment. Her eyes looked more humid than usual. Having a relationship with a man doesn't mean that you have done something wrong and that you have to make up for it. No need to say you want to be a good person or a good doctor. You just have to be yourself. Be the same thing. That is all. I immediately felt a lump in my chest. Mom. So, would you want some cream for Nong as well? Yes, please. My voice trembled. He must be thrilled. Then I'll buy more. My mom raised her hand to wipe her tears. Does he like pickled fish as well? I'll send you a jawbone. He eats everything except vegetables. I was laughing and crying. Not too spicy. He can't handle spicy that much. I had a small talk with my mom for another 5 minutes and hung up. As soon as my mother hung up the phone, I sat with my head down as if in a trance. My mom seemed to accept it, but I made her cry. In my life, I've never seen her cry in front of me. She's a strong woman who has the character of a teacher. Her tears ripped my heart to shreds. Doll dragged a chair to sit next to me and looked at me for a moment before leaning on my shoulder quietly. This is a method to encourage the style of a person who isn't good at speaking. In a situation like this, Doll tends to use body language instead of words. I wrapped my arms around his shoulder and tightened it. His cuteness really heals everything. What do you want to eat tonight? I turned to ask Doll. Grilled meat. Doll replied shortly. I busted into a laugh. Always. I bent down to kiss Doll's forehead. Let's go eat some grilled meat. After clearing my problem, it's time for me to come and help my struggling junior. That this gap has become a topic for everyone in the department to gossip with fun. Gap wouldn't be having fun because it seems that asking Pin to be his girlfriend would fail miserably. I walked up to Pin, who was looking at the x-ray of the patient's lungs, and pulled a chair and sat next to her. Pin looked at me and sighed. I know what you're going to ask. I nodded. As the head of the resident, I would like to know all the stories of the juniors. Ian laughed. You just want to know. Well, you can say that I'm nosy, which is true. The girl sighed slightly. Seriously? Payne was also shocked that the story was this big. Before I tell you, I want you to look at this. Finn picked up her phone and opened it and handed it to me. I leaned forward to look and got extremely shocked on my face because what I saw was a selfie of Singh turning to kiss Gap's cheek that looked like he was sleeping. The eyes that were staring at the camera were full of triumphant glints. My hands trembled when I saw it. Sing, you bastard! I looked at Pin with my eyes widened. Pin, tell me quickly what happened. Pin looked left and right, then grabbed my arm and spoke quietly. After Gap held a sign and asked Pin to be his girlfriend, Pin took Gap outside to calm him down, and I tried to ask him when he asked me to be his girlfriend, does he really like me or just wanted to be Sing? His answer was very interesting. He said he was furious at P Sing. He just wants to win him for a month and I can break up with him. I raised my hands and rubbed my hair. What the? So I said to him directly. Pin took a deep breath. Before that, I was interested in Gap, but don't ask me to be your girlfriend on a stupid whim. I'm not a toy. I won't choose anyone because it's too chaotic and it affected other people because of this matter. I will back off from both of you and you two come up with a solution together. A similar incident has happened to me as well. Years ago, Singh and I flirted with the same girl. In the end, she backed away. But Singh and I didn't end up at. I spread my hand over to Pin's phone. Kissing cheek like this. After that, Gap walked away. I was also annoyed and didn't care where Gap went. But then I was worried about him, so I tried to contact him. But he didn't pick up. I didn't know what to do, so I called and yelled at PC to help me find Gap before something bad happened. I also tried to call Gap's friend to help me look for him. Luckily, Gap's friend was able to find him, who was drunk alone at the bar. Then PC went to pick him up. I sat still because the story was nearing the climax. And after that, Ben didn't follow any news. When I heard that Pising went to pick Gap, I was relieved. Until this morning, Pising sent me this photo. I raised my hand to massage my temples. I don't get Sing at all. Why did he take a picture and send it to you? About this, I think Beatin will have to ask Pising himself. When I saw it, I didn't dare to ask. I can only send stickers with a shocked face. Payne smiled along with the emergency room door open, with a case of an unconscious patient being pushed in. The junior doctor stood up immediately. Payne, I'll have to excuse myself first. If you know anything from piecing, please tell me as well. You have to save Gap. What the hell happened? I looked at the back of Payne that walked away from me. On one hand, I want to jump into the middle and solve the problem between Sing and Gap. On the other hand, I was hesitant because interfering with the relationship of lovers like heart and mind affects each other as dominoes until it can lead to the death of another person. Like people said, pick a flower on earth and you move the farthest star. I don't know if I interfere with Sing and Gap, will it cause a new hell loop to follow? I don't want to be in the loop anymore. It's tiring. The character of a hero can never be changed. When Pin begged me to help Gap, even though it's very risky, I will have to help. I decided to call Singh Harat to ask them about the matter I'm curious about. Singh answered my call with his annoying voice. What's up? He said, you did what to Gap? The cold laughter at the end of the line made me angry. I just made him mine. I felt numb all over my body. Yours? How? Do I have to explain to you? Sing! Well, let's say, after Gap is mine, please tell everyone to know as well. That's it. Bye! I made a shocked face. Sing, you I almost threw my phone on the floor. This is as hard as fixing the loops. What exactly happened? End of loop 11, Hero.